This time on the Cheetah Diaries, big move drama as the race against time begins.
40 days to build everything.
There's a huge amount of work to be done getting the new site prepared. We haven't even pegged out the enclosures. The general feeling at the moment is panic.
The cubs are moving out.
I think this is a very big day because the last time they saw adult cheetah was when they were with their mother.
I've been told that the big cheetahs don't like the small cheetahs, so I'm really worried how they're going to react.
Chobe goes back under.
It's always a concern putting any of our cats under sedation, especially if it's a cat that had a very strong reaction to the sedative during a previous examination.
And cheetah conservation crosses borders.
How the dogs are applicable with the cattle ranches.
Cheetah encounters are what warms hearts at Cheetah Outreach. Encounters are an opportunity to educate people about the endangered status of the cheetah. But cheetahs need to be trained to interact with people. And this all starts at the Cub House at Aikendal.
What we're doing with our visits are we're having lots of different people come in to meet the cubs so that they learn how to meet new people, because this is what they're going to be doing as ambassador cats. They'll go out and meet people so that they can spread the message about conservation of the cheetah.
Now that the cubs are old enough and have plenty of training, they're ready for the next stage.
Hello, big boy.
Vela, Way, Uist and Koza are saying goodbye to the Cub House and joining the adult cheetahs at Spear. But handlers Julianne and Maria are worried.
Come, baby. Come, baby. It's okay.
I've been told that the big cheetahs don't like the small cheetahs and that they're quite aggressive, so I'm really worried that how they're going to react to it, so we'll see. I feel very protective towards the little ones.
Nice. Oh, big cheetahs. I think this is a very big day because the last time they saw adult cheetah was when they were with their mother. So today they're going to be surrounded by adult big cheetahs. So it will be very interesting how they will react.
We're almost here, and yeah, it's the next big step of them becoming ambassadors.
The cubs will have to hold their own, and today will test their adaptability. The borderlands between Botswana and South Africa are home to a large free-roaming cheetah population. Cheetahs cross over, often with fatal consequences.
I wasn't shooting at any animal. I was just showing that this is the way that it has been done in the past. We usually had to get rid of leopards and cheetah that were a threat to our animals, our stock.
Lafras cattle farms suffered terrible stock losses from wild cheetah and leopard. But the introduction of Shumba, the Anatolian guard dog from Cheetah Outreach, has changed all that.
On this specific farm, we lost 11 calves because of cheetah. And in the same year on another farm, we lost 9 calves because of the leopards. But then Cyril approached us and introduced us to this Cheetah Outreach project where they give us these dogs. And since we have Shumba, we just don't have any losses anymore.
Meanwhile, at the vet sits Chobe with anxious handler Liesel.
Last year, during his checkup, they discovered palatine erosion, where basically some of the bottom tooth had grown to such an extent that it was pushing through the upper palate. Palatine erosion in captive cheetahs can be quite common. Some people believe that it's due to not proper diet, not getting enough bones. In Chobe's case, however, it may be more a genetic factor because he's had this problem as a very young cat.
If the vet is going to get anywhere near Chobe's teeth, he's going to have to put him under sedation. Liesel is worried.
I think he's probably becoming my favourite now just because I spend so much time with him and I've really invested a lot of effort and time and emotions into this cat now. So, yeah, he's definitely very close to my heart. How much did you do?
We did 1.6. Okay, so we'll see if he goes down. If he goes down, then fine. Otherwise, I'll give him a wee bit more.
Yeah. It's always a concern putting any of our cats under sedation, especially if it's a cat like Chobe that had a very strong reaction to a sedative during a previous examination. So with him especially, we'll keep a very, very good eye on him throughout the whole procedure.
The first dosage proves enough, and it's safe for Dr. Tuff to examine Chobe's teeth.
Can we just pull the...
Cheetah Outreach is moving home to Paardevlei in a few months' time, but construction on the new site is only just starting. Dawn and some of the volunteers are on their way in the hope of speeding things along.
Well, I think the general feeling at the moment is panic. We're all realising it's 2 months away. There's a huge amount of work to be done getting the new site prepared. We haven't even pegged out the enclosures. We've been changing the layout quite a bit in order to accommodate various smaller wetlands that are on site. We were going to have a picnic area, now we've moved the small animals into that area. So it's been about 6 months of getting the layout correct with all the requirements of the actual site. So now it's getting down to the nitty-gritty and starting to peg out the enclosures so we can see exactly on site how it lies and if there's anything we need to tweak here and there. And, 2 months is not a long time to build the size facility we need to build.
Dawn wants to get things going, but that involves the volunteers getting their hands dirty. Cheetah Outreach is home to more than just cheetahs, and Malika the caracal is one of the oldest residents. Like all the animals at Cheetah Outreach, Malika needs enrichment. She may seem cute and cuddly, but she's a fearsome hunter, and Debbie and Mike are giving her something to prey on.
We try to give her a bone at least once a week, and this just makes it a little more challenging for her because she'll try and pull it away. It's constantly moving back and forth, and it makes her work a bit more for her food. She'll rip at the meat and everything like she would with wild prey. It's more of a challenge for her to try and figure out how to get it.
Will Mike's latest gadget be as effective as the Fox Box?
This is beautiful, huh? Beautiful.
The cubs have arrived at Cheetah Outreach, and their new adult neighbours are curious. But how will the 4 cubs react?
I think all of them are very different personalities. I think maybe Wei and Yui are the bravest, and Kosa the last couple of weeks, he's been very different, like brave and more confident. First, we're going to give them time to settle down and maybe look around and know this new place, and then we're going to try and feed them. Look.
That's Hemingway.
Hemingway.
He always gets upset.
Come, babies.
Come, babies. Come, babies. Good boy, Cosa. Good boy, sweetie. Good boy, Lewis. Come on, Bella. Way, good girl.
It's natural for the adults to defend their territory. The cubs will have to stand their ground.
I thought he was going to do well, but I never thought he was going to do this well. I mean, he's just taking them on absolutely fearlessly. So it's amazing. I feel kind of really proud. It's amazing. He's a great guy.
Good boy, cousin. Good boy. Good.
And I'm so happy and pleased with how they're doing. I didn't expect them to come out of the crate at all. And there's Vela. She's come out of the crate. Amazing.
South Africa borders Botswana, and these borderlands are one of the few remaining natural habitats for the wild cheetah. In order to save these cats, Botswana and South Africa will have to join forces, and Annie is meeting with Rebecca from Cheetah Conservation Botswana to find a way to work together.
Morning, nice to see you again.
We run Cheetah Conservation Botswana in Botswana. It's a national program. And we have three main programs. We do research, community outreach, and education. Another aspect of the research that's very important is actually looking at conflict mitigation methods. So what kind of farming techniques can be utilized and what kind of effect does that have on reducing conflict?
I think what is interesting in this area here, many less reports have been made to the problem animal officer for nature conservation since we've been working with the dogs here, and she puts that down to the dog program. Sarah, can I have a look at the map where we placed most of our dogs in this area and where we are now?
We are about there.
Okay.
And all our dogs have been placed from the western border of the Molopo National Park right around to the eastern side is the Borsuk police station. That's our eastern border.
So, you know, the likelihood of them crossing the border is always there. So it would be great to have an organisation to collaborate with. Because, you know, initially when they went across the border, we didn't know who to call, you know.
Well, Cheetah Outreach has had a lot of success with cattle dogs. So we've got some cattle ranches locally. Let's go and have a look.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Back at Cape Animal Medical Centre, Dr. Tuft has found bone fragments in the cavity of Chobe's palate.
Have a look here.
Sure. Shame, it's quite a big piece. That must be fairly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So could that have been the cause of that grinding and salivation recently?
Yeah, probably trying to get rid of it. Trying to get rid of the material. You know, in the wild, they'd be probably eating something that contains bone and leather and normal skin on a regular basis, so that would help to clean the teeth.
Now the wait begins for Chobe to wake up.
So let's go get the tools. We'll take the wheelbarrow out because it will help you carry all the tools and stuff. Do you need your bag? So basically what we're going to be doing is this general area in front, all these weeds, you'll see these are quite nasty. They've got these nasty thorns on them, damaging if they go into the cat's paws. This is what our main concern is getting all this purple flower out. So we need to clear all these weeds out so they don't spread. You might want to rake up as well when you finish taking all the thorns out. It's going to be a lot of work.
Care to lend a hand, Dawn? Now that the cubs have met the neighbours, Let's see if they have the stomach for food.
It's not surprising that they're not eating, being their first day. A little bit unsure of what's going on. Although they were, they did come up to their bowls, and they, yours, for example, had a little go, but didn't eat his food.
Once they're settled, the public will have the chance to meet them. But in the meantime, handler Maria has decided they're doing well enough for her to cut the apron strings.
On one side, I'm very happy for them because I know that they're not babies anymore. And I think they're very well prepared for this moment. From the other side, it's like a mommy thing that you see them still like little babies and you're scared for them and you don't want them to be stressed, but I'm okay.
Annie and Cyril are taking Rebecca and Pale from Cheetah Conservation Botswana to a cattle farm where Anatolian dog Shumba has been placed.
Hi.
Welcome. I just would like to introduce Rebecca. She's come to see how the dogs are applicable with the cattle ranches, because she does have quite a lot of cattle ranches there.
People are a little bit worried to take on Anatolians, because it's a much bigger dog and it's a bit of a higher cost, but we're thinking that the cattle farmers will be really interested to see what you guys are doing in South Africa. They're more of the commercial farmers, so they would actually probably invest in the benefits of having Anatolians. So I'm really excited to see. I've never seen the dogs working with cattle before, so it'll be a new experience.
Shumba, that's the one that I'm going to show you now. He's in one of the cattle posts. Actually, what he's doing is he's looking at some other cattle in some other cattle posts. He usually stays with his own herd, but sometimes he goes to the other herds. So it suits me because then it's a bigger area that he's covering now. So I'm quite happy with what he's doing.
We've now rounded that tooth off and varnished it to protect the dentine so it'll stop biting up into the palate itself. Okay, we're going to put his back into the crate and then slide him off. Okay.
Chobe had difficulty waking up last operation, so Liesel will keep him under very close watch.
Malika, look, look, look.
Come on.
Woo. Now she's gonna pull it, so just to sort of stay out of the way, because she'll probably try and pull it a bit.
Watch out, she lets it go.
It will bounce back. Yeah, she's not having to jump much because it is a little bit low.
I can raise it.
Could you raise it a little? I think
Yeah.
it needs to be raised a little bit. Yeah, that's better.
Looks like raising the bar has made all the difference in the world.
She looks very content right
Yeah,
now,
look at
so she got some meat, and I think she enjoys the activity. She really does. She's a very playful cat.
Back at the vet, Mandy and Liesel are still waiting for Chobe to stir.
I mean, he's already at times lifting his head up on his own, so looks like he's coming out of it quickly now.
Take him now before he starts getting too active.
Okay, great, thank you. He was an absolute little star. Everything went well. There were some bone fragments I had to remove from the holes, so we still have the same problem with the palatine erosion, but we're going to adjust his diet.
Today they're going to focus just on the perimeter fence because at this point it's the most important fence line for us to start getting up. 40 days to build everything. first pig's going in today, so I don't think we're going to make it quite in time. I think we're going to be stretching our timelines a bit after this.
They have set themselves a near impossible task. But at least they're making a start today.
It's your first pig.
That is the beginning. Seems quite a small beginning.
Hello, Shumba. Hello, Shumba. This is now Shumba. This is the nice dog doing his job very well. This is where we keep him.
I remember when we left him, first of all, in the cattle yard, and he was not best pleased. I remember he looked at us, he tried to get out.
When Shumba first arrived at Lafras as a pup, he was a little nervous of the huge cows. But things are a little different now. Or maybe not. Shumba still has a healthy respect for the cows, especially during calving season.
The hormones get so going that they will chase anything that comes close to the calf. And with poor Shumba over there, that he had to get out of the way quite fast. But that, unfortunately, is a dog's life.
Despite the hazards of the job, Shumba is doing impeccably.
In 2009, we lost 11 cattle cows because of Cheetah. And I didn't want to kill them, so I was a little desperate because some farmers, if they have losses because of the predators, they kill them.
No, I understand it.
And I couldn't do that, so I was desperate. And then you people came, and I think it's a wonderful solution. It's helping because since then we didn't have any losses. The predators move away because he's here. But the small little animals, like the small antelopes and even these wart dogs and things, he doesn't bother them. I suppose he realizes that it's not a threat to his cattle.
And we have about 2,000 cheetahs in Botswana, so we're definitely got a great population, but they're really under threat with livestock farming communities. So it's great to know that our neighbours are also, coming up with pioneering and simple, innovative techniques that can be used well, to protect the livestock.
I think he's quite happy.
I think he is too.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. We've learnt a lot, so thank you so much for bringing us out and showing us what you're doing.
It looks like Annie and the team are seeing their hard work pay off with the Anatolian Guard Dog programme. Perhaps a new partnership across the border will see the wild cheetah prosper. Next time on the Cheetah Diaries. Boys Uist and Khoza jet off to Australia Zoo.
It's always the hardest time of year, this time of year, saying goodbye.
The Serval kittens get tough love from Liesel and Yogi. Has Chobe's health improved?
He's able to cope with a little bit of pain, obviously.
And Cheetah Outreach's future hangs in the balance.
If we don't actually get this permit, we can't get that material.
Yeah.
We can't finish. I mean, it's absolutely critical that they process it and process it quickly.
Yeah.